Hello, my name is MoniQue Scherf, and I am analyzing the case of Coach K in Matter of the Heart. So the case summary. Coach K came to assist the Duke basketball program in 1982 and has been there for nearly 25 years. He's led the team to great success and has developed many lasting relationships with not only the players, but their family as well. In 2004, Coach K was offered a 5-year, $40 million contract to coach the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA. This proposed a complex decision for Coach K, and we will learn his final decision at the end of this case. So to begin off, I'm going to analyze this case based on the 6 traits or approaches we have learned in class. First, the trait theory. In the trait theory, 5 major leadership traits are explained: intelligence, self-confidence, determination, integrity, and sociability. First, intelligence. Coach K grew Duke's basketball team into one of the greatest. He used his intelligence to really do this. Self-confidence. He believed he could make a difference, and he did. Determination. He was driven to develop players as well as the school. Integrity. He often said he wanted all players and himself to act in a manner that would not jeopardize Duke's reputation. In sociability, he was sensitive to individuals' needs and displayed a strong interpersonal skills. Building relationships were very important to Coach K. Next, the skills theory. So here I really skipped Kat's 3 skills approach model and jumped to Mupford's skills model because I believe it's more relevant in this case. So to first start off with, we can analyze Coach K's individual attributes, or in this case, individual approach. So his cognitive ability and his crystallized cognitive ability have really helped him in developing his competencies, his knowledge as a coach. His motivation and his personality, as previously described in the trait theory, also play a critical role in his problem-solving skills as a coach, and more importantly, his social judgment skills and knowledge. So moving on to the competencies, Coach K obviously has been struck with this problem-solving, or this problem that he must solve, whether he wants to stay at Duke or become an NBA coach. Next, his social judgment skills. This is, I believe, a highlight in Coach K's leadership. He really develops a strong sense of community and relationships with his followers or his players. And then also his knowledge. He's very knowledgeable about the sport. He's been around for a long time, and this can relate to his leadership outcomes. He's had very high performance. He's led Duke to a great position in college basketball. And also his effective problem-solving skills. He analyzes the problems and works it out. Next, we're going to talk about the styles approach, and this really comes from concern for results, which is task-oriented, or concern for people, which is relationship-oriented. And just by starting off, Coach K is very relationship-oriented, but he does follow up with a task-oriented approach that's not office continuum, although relationships do come first. So concern for results, this was a quote pulling out of the case. It says, family man first, a teacher second, a basketball coach third, and a winner at all 3. So this really comes to tell that, like I said, he's a relationship oriented coach, but yet a teacher and a coach follow second and third respectively. So concern for people, another quote that I pulled out from the case is, there is no greater thing that you can tell someone than, I believe in you, you are good, I am there for you. So this really just emphasizes that he's wanting to build relationship with his players and develop that strong connection with these individuals. And also it was noted that not only does he build relationships with his players, he also builds relationships with families. So if you look at the leadership grid, Coach K's leadership style would fall under team management. He's high in concern for both people and results. And I also just noted, I think he could fall under country club management because He's very, very high in relationship or concern for people, yet not always very concerned for results. So I think he probably just falls in the middle of these two. He's not on one high or one low of the continuum. Next is situational approach. So this leadership style is broken down to directive or supportive, which is accomplishing goals or building relationships. And then it's dependent upon the development level of followers, which is competence and commitment of these followers. So first, I believe that his overall leadership approach is coaching, which would be high directive and supportive behavior, which would fall into D2 development of followers, which is they have some competence, but they're low in commitment. And I think the development level of leaders depends on if you're dealing with freshmen or you're dealing with seniors. It's going to kind of range from D2 to D3, I believe. So directive, he is very driven towards goals during the game, and he's all business. But outside the court, he wants to get to know people and players individually and just figure out where they're coming from. And a nice little detail I found in the case was he flew coach and ate dinners with players to maintain a strong bond, which I thought was really cool. So another quote I pulled out was from the case spoken by Coach K, and it says, "I want to be a leader, and leadership is ongoing, adjustable, flexible, and dynamic." And I really just want to emphasize the flexible part of this. In this approach, you have to be flexible depending on the development level of your followers and how you're going to adapt your leadership style to this. So lastly is the contingency theory, which is probably the most useful of all theories that we've went over. So right in the yellow, I've kind of highlighted where I believe that Coach K falls. I believe he has a high leader-member relations. He likes to develop those relationships, and the confidence in Coach K from his followers is very high. Tax structure, I kind of went back and forth with this one, whether it was low or high, but I picked high because I said the goals are spelled out and he prepares drills in practice. Although I can see it being low because in basketball there's many different ways to accomplish scoring a goal, whether that's the different plays you run or whatever you need to develop those skills to score a basket. So that could vary, but position power I feel like is high because he has the ability to discipline or reward players. He is the coach of this team. He kind of just takes charge. So by going off that, the favored style in this contingency model is task, which I believe is very opposite from what Coach K is. So a second chance, what could have been done differently? So as we've kind of just overviewed this case, we can see Coach K is a strong leader with many positive traits and skills, and he takes a relationship approach to leadership. Based on Fiddler's contingency model, Coach K should use a task approach, but as mentioned, he dominantly uses the relationship approach. So this model, Fiddler's model, suggests that leaders should not be put into a situation where the leadership style doesn't match the given situation. So Coach K obviously is relationship, but is needed to be a task. Although this may be true, Fiddler does not give prescriptions to deal with this matter. Conclusion. So as for the coaching in Los Angeles with the LA Lakers, Coach K had declined this offer. A quote I pulled out is from Coach K, and it said, "I found that I wanted to lead, and your heart has to be in whatever you lead. Duke has always taken up my whole heart." Coach K didn't believe his full heart would be in the NBA, limiting his capacity to be an effective leader. Therefore, he wanted to stay with Duke and really lead the college students to success. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.